North Fond du Lac man is in custody after a car chase last night involving a stolen rental car. The Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Office says the rental company reported one of its vehicles stolen and was able to name a suspect. From there, they were able to ping the location of the vehicle. Deputies got on the way then because the suspect was known to officers from a previous high-speed chase. Multiple deputies, along with officers from North Fond du Lac Police Department, responded. Once they caught up to the car, the driver called emergency services, refused to stop, saying he questioned the legitimacy of the traffic stop, then drove into a hayfield to try to escape, but officers were able to box him in. Officials have not released his identity, but he's being charged with felony fleeing and eluding, operating without owner's consent, as well as felony bail jumping.